Hello and welcome to the last round, the finals of this cube draft. If you haven't seen previous videos, please go check them out. Or not, if you just want to see the last round, that's fine for me as well. I won the die rolls and I will play first here. Pretty terrible hand. On the play I have to draw land basically. So I will mulligan this. Not a lot better, but it's a bit better. So I won't mulligan this. If I draw an island, that the Mole Drifter will get me out of this. If I do not draw an island but just play nice, still have a play. And he's a mono red deck, which will be an issue. So yet again I will lower my curve, or I have to lower my curve at least, and bringing some cheaper creatures. Mono red is really hard for us, but we already played against a guy who had some mono red cards. He had Magma Jet, he had a Sulfuric Vortex, so I'm pretty certain this guy doesn't have those cards. I have no clue why I didn't level this, by the way. He can do it end of turn though, which is probably the better play, seeing as I can flicker wisp it else. I would have been lazy and leveled it and cost myself something. So let's see if he levels it in response. I basically have no use to flicker wisping my own lands, and this will give him the option to make an error. He doesn't make it, of course. He's not a bad player, I guess, seeing as he's in the finals, even though he's playing mono red. A deck I despise, I hate. I don't get why people play it. I do have great cards in my hand against this kind of deck though. I have a Baneslayer Angel, I have a Better Skull, both cards which basically trump this kind of trash decks. But I do need lands for it to be able to play him, so I need to draw a runner land, and I'll be a happy man. I'm always surprised that this card doesn't have flash. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who keeps thinking that, so yeah, we'll make the block. I'm just here to try to save some damage. If he spends his turn leveling this, I'm fine with that. He doesn't, he's just saying, yeah, 2 damage is enough, so he has another play. Which is a pillage, which is basically game breaking for me, or would have been if I didn't get lucky there with the land. It's still annoying though, but and we do draw land, and we do also draw a blocker. So the pillage was annoying. It set me back a turn, and he has a pretty good card. So I'm at 13, I'm at 8, and then he can pay the echo, or he cannot pay the echo, that's up to him. I obviously play the Mentor of the Meek here to just block, and then hope to draw another land to cast either Baneslayer Angel or Better Skull. I think Baneslayer Angel is the play. So he can pay the echo. If he does, he wastes an entire turn. He can attack and only does 2 damage. Then I can cast the Baneslayer Angel, and if he has the removal for it, he can't level the figure. So he doesn't pay the echo, so he has something better than 3-2. Maybe a Neverland Riders. So in this case, the Sword of Body Mind is going out as well. It's useless. He does declare attack, and I obviously will make the block and make him invest the mana in it. I think either way he was gonna invest the mana in, but in this way I can make an error, and there's nothing I hate more than trying to make errors. So let's level this up to 3-3 first striker. Doesn't really matter, but there's nothing else we can do with our mana. So what now, right? It's 6, yeah, it's 6, but it's 6 red. So he just keeps making land traps and not casting anything, so he probably has a bunch of removal in his hand. Unless he finally decides to cast something, and he doesn't. And I draw a useless card, so let's show him the Sword of Body Mind and hope he sideboards in something against it, but I doubt it. I'm at 4, so I basically need to draw a land or die, and if he has something that kills me, I'm dead obviously. So he also has a shrine. I have no options against the shrine. Any red burn is good for him. I'm surprised he's still... So yeah, that's GG. That's fine. It's a hard matchup for me though. So what do I want against those kind of decks? Obviously probably not a ranger, probably not slow stuff like Spectre Possession is too slow. Geist isn't that good. We want Ousting, we want Celestial Flaring, we want Descending obviously, seeing as it is. Lifelink, we don't want Sword. We probably want some creatures, some extra creatures. Old Man of the Sea is good, but it's double casting cost. What else might we want out? Ajani isn't that good, so we can bring in Cameo the Ancient Law. This Ajani is fine because it gains life, so we're basically just a control deck at this point. So yeah, let's try it and win the next 2 games against the mono red deck. This time I'm on the play. Was I on the play the last time? I'm not sure, but I know I did mulligan. And I will not mulligan this hand. I mean, it's basically the nuts. We have turn 1 oust open, which we won't cost obviously, but we can get a better skull. We can then play Descendant if he has the removal for it. That's interesting. So let's just play Stoneforge and get nothing. Just say, whoops. Trying to bait him into that I forgot to get something. Forgot to get something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm basically just baiting him and not killing this. Which he doesn't. Which I'm fine with. He figured it out though. He figured it out. Who knows? Yeah, he figured it out. He basically realized he's trying to get me. So yeah, let's activate this. It's a really good card against him, and I don't think he actually expected me to have Better Skull. I think he expected me to have Sword of Battle Minds, because I showed it the last time. So I'm up 4 life, I kill the creature. He has a Torch Fiend, but I can oust it and then attack with both, and then later on when he tries to do it again, I can basically return the Better Skull to my hand. So at this point he doesn't have a second mountain. Yeah, he conceded this game. Fine. Yeah, I think the deck is still fine. I probably would want a Johnny Vengeance in there, but what for? Powder Keg is a fine card, but I don't think he plays that many 1-drops. I didn't see that many 1-drops. Just 2, so I think Powder Keg is too greedy. What would I sideboard out for Powder Keg? Let's just think about it. So we can sideboard out a Reveillark because it's slow. It's only a 4/3 flyer and it doesn't stabilize me that much. So I think I'll do that. Do it like this. So you might say, yeah, why Powder Keg? He has artifact removal, obviously. But it's just some kind of removal against decks like these. It's basically just stabilizing and hope you get there. I'm on the draw. Any land is good here. And without land I have a Dismember. But it's a bit of a greedy keep and I'm not going to. This is much better despite it not having that much of an edge, especially not with the Steplings. and the mentor of the Meek, so I probably won't be playing the Unicorn, but just be playing the mentor the turn after, and especially now, seeing as I drew the nuts yet again. So let's play Stoneforge Mystic. Yes, get a better skull. And he can have the removal for it, that's fine by me. So what I was on about, I probably wouldn't play the Roman Unicorn and just play the mentor the turn after, and then the turn after that play the Unicorn and draw an extra card just to start card drawing. We'll see what it does. But Stoneforge Mystic Battle Skull, as I talked about in previous videos, if you just get Stoneforge Mystic and you do not have a equipment yet, just pick it up if you're in the colors, if you can play the colors. The payoff is too great to have this. There's a reason why it was banned in Standard, there's a reason why it is even played in Legacy. It's just so powerful. And he is already on the back foot because he's thinking about it. He doesn't know what to do. He can have pillage for it, fine, but it will still get a hidden because you can drop it instant speed. He can try to pillage land, but I have the backup land. He doesn't know that though, and I think he wants to keep the pillage for killing the Battle Skull. And even then, if you spend the 3 mana on killing the Battle Skull, because of the instant speed, I can just return it to my hand. So let's just play a land, and then begin combat, declare attackers, yeah. So we can play Torchwind as well, in which case I just won't drop the Battle Skull yet. I don't have to, do I? So he goes to end step, I have to drop it. If he has the answer, there's no reason to keep it behind. And if I get to untap, it's basically GG. Because even if he has the pillage, returning this to my hand is insane. So he's targeting this, so yeah. This is what I meant. Why would you do it like this? So begin combat, declare attackers. It's almost immortal, the Battle Skull, with a Stoneforge Mystic in play. And with 5 lands, as long as Stoneforge Mystic is in play, he has to get rid of the Stoneforge before he can get rid of the Battle Skull, unless I make a mistake and tap out. If I win both games on the power of these cards, I'll be a bit ashamed, but hey, that's why I draft them, right? I'm curious what he's trying to do here. So yeah, it's just a target player. So he's trying to run me down. Yeah, you can attack, I'm not gonna block, obviously. Seeing as I have the Battle Skull. Begin combat, declare attackers. Booyah. And then just keep on passing. Keep open the Battle Skull. If he attacks, if he doesn't, he probably won't pay the echo here. It will cost him a life. So yeah, it doesn't pay the echo, I think. And then if he attacks, the question is, do I take 2 damage? I think the answer is no. And then if he wants to play the pillage, that's fine by me. But being able to gain 4 life off of his attack is probably the best one. So yeah, Stoneforge Mystic. Do wish to use the ability. Okay, get a token. Begin combat, declare attackers. And once it connects, it's really hard for him to deal with this. I just end the turn. I assume he has pillage. and tries to do it here, but I'm at such a life advantage. I still have the 5 mana up, and I'm just winning on 2 cards basically. So he has something different then. If he ever taps out, I might Restoration Angel. So what does that do? It hits me, yeah, fine. Yeah, if you really want to attack. So let's think about this, right? I bring in Restoration Angel, I ask this. It goes to there. Then he has to block, yeah. I think that's the better play. So Restoration Angel, target of step links, doesn't really matter, does it? No. Play a land, yeah. Play Ast, yeah. And then he can block and go to low amount. He has to block basically. And it goes down to 4. And then I have lethal there and there. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's just pass the turn. And he has to find a way to stop a flyer, a Stoneforge, a Battle Skull, and the step links. While I'm at 22. And the next card he draws is Thundermaw, so he knows what he's drawing. I know what he's drawing. He has the pillage for it, so let's return it to my hands. And even then, what I have on board is lethal. So let's just attack here, which was an error. I should play it Edgar Waste, but I'm just rushing through it. He has Go for the Throat. Yeah, fine. So his next card is a Thundermaw Hellkite. So that's a bad move by me. So if he plays a Thundermaw, he has to block this. I shouldn't have played the Waste either. I can also just throw in 3 creatures and then the Thundermaw does nothing. Or throw in 2 creatures and then the Thundermaw does nothing. I think that's the better play. And I can still he's saying, yeah, I made a bunch of misplays. He did. He's saying he made a bunch of misplays. Which I understand. So basically, why am I doing this? Because I know he is drawing the Thundermaw. And then if he plays a Thundermaw, he only has 1 blocker. So it doesn't matter. This is lethal no matter what. I'm just saying GG. He was talking about some stuff. So yeah, won this one. I think that's the second one I won, right? And even so, I thought like these are the 3 most recent boosters you win, but apparently they're not. I didn't check it though, and they're only like 4 tickets and 1 extra Phantom. 17 is the enrollment cost. So basically, if you win a draft, you get 4 tickets and a single Phantom. If you lose a draft, you're basically behind. So I still think cube drafting is a bad proposition, and that Wizards is just making money out of nothing, because this basically costs them nothing, except like, yeah, for them this is like 12 ticks, but that's the only thing they ever give away, and I'm pretty annoyed by that. I hope they would finally have fixed the issue with Phantom drafts being too expensive for what they're worth, and they didn't. So without that rant, Thanks for watching this draft, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them behind. See ya!